okay? Can you hear me? Nice. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna play. So now, just as we get the stream up and running, I'm gonna use this support ability and then use this support ability to make the card I play next cost 2 less. So I'm gonna go here, and he can make 4/4s that tie. So I'm best going here, because that will beat me. He can tie me here. But now I've just got this Eternal Hydrocana out on turn 3. And every turn this is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I pretty much only now have to play into my hero lane for the rest of the game. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how do I let people know I'm streaming. So my opponent is now thinking about, okay, they are going to tie me here. Now, I don't know if my opponent has a 1-cost card, because then they can overtake me if they have another Martingale. But good chance Martingale's the only 1-cost my opponent is playing. Possibly my opponent could be playing like Paper Herald, but... Alright, now this is things in 8/8, and I only have to worry about this lane. So I could... I do have another thing. I do need mountain and water fights for here. So I will start with... I'll start with an Esmeralda, just playing it here. Now, I could use the cost reduction and play the Aether Shard, or I can just play the other Ouroboros Inkcaster to bring this Ouroboros Inkcaster back, and then every other turn just have this 2/2 to play and sending the other one back. That might be some good value. Just a resource value engine there. Ooh, am I going to see my Hydrocana slept? Oh, it is the Sandman, so probably not going to... Oh, it is going to sleep mine. So... Could have the Cloth Cocoon, and that would be very sad for me. But it's quite possible. Let's put this here. Actually, I should have put this here, because then I would have won and my opponent would have lost. So I definitely should have played the Ouroboros here, in case there was the Cloth Cocoon that's coming down to get rid of my Hydrocana. But if there wasn't going to Hydrocana, then they played here, they would have just won 2. So maybe I am splitting. Like in the case they have... Okay, they're not playing the Cloth Cocoon. They're at 5. I could go to 4. They have 0. I would move up here. We would both move up, and then it's just me moving up here. I lose out on the value of this Ouroboros Inkcaster, but I do get a whole extra movement in my expedition. Except they could just play this. I shouldn't have. I should have saved this, actually. I'm just realizing they have the investment over here. I guess, well, think, okay. And they do have it. Okay. So instead, I go up in 2. I'll gladly take that. I go up in 2, they go up in 1. They're losing a lot of value from their reserve. They're going to have to discard 2 cards from reserve here. I don't know why they didn't Hathor their Tanuki back. That was a possibility. Yeah. So if they, right before they played, if they had just used the Hathor to throw the Tanuki back in hand, they would have had both of these in reserve and a Tanuki in hand for the sabotage effect. So I think that was a misplay on my opponent's part there. But we are up on resources now. Although they are about to get their free card. Okay. So this is nice. Just get this out from here. I'm going to have another card. Oh, also I'm going to resupply. Or possibly, because this is a roll for resupply. So I'm going to get a resupply here at noon. Okay. So I can put the Ouroboros Inkcaster out. Play the Esmeralda. Be able to get the Twinkle Twinkle back when the Inkcaster comes out, and then get rid of the fleeting from the Inkcaster on this, so it gets to go back to the reserve and send the Twinkle Twinkle back to hand. I could just use the cost reduction. What, I have 5 mana here. Okay, so we do see that the Esmeralda comes down. I mean, comes up. That's going to be the last trigger here. Tanuki would sabotage, but this doesn't do hand abilities. So I could have 4 extra mana. What if I played this and this? I have 4 mana. That leaves me with 3, and there's only 1 cost reduction. So if I'm playing both of these, I don't get the Aether Shard. I do feel like I kind of need to fight for this. So let's go here, because we have the Cloth Cocoon. And then I could play this here to get mountains. Cloth Cocoon this, right? 2 + 3. So let me first play this here. I'm going to get rid of the fleeting. Now this gets rid of the fleeting. My opponent is either going to pass. Oh, nice. I do get the resupply. Sweet. And then we're going to Cloth Cocoon. Target 1 card to discard. It's just going to stop my opponent from winning here. I don't get to move because I just need water, but it stops my opponent, and I move up here. So we're going to return 1 card to hand, and we're going to say this gets returned to hand, because we're going to want the ability to sleep multiple things, and we're going to discard the Aether Shard so that we just have this thing again. So whatever I resupply here, I will be able to... Interesting. So I can play a Hydrocana, and then Ouroboros Incaster support to get the Twinkle Twinkle, play the Twinkle Twinkle and the Hydrocana in this one turn. I kind of like that. Ooh, this is good. This is 3 mana. I need to win both lanes, and I have to have one card in reserve. I have nothing to play. I think it's actually best for me to oh, well, that was not a very good pickup for them. Um, let's throw this here because we have. No, I probably should have played it here because I have the ability to sleep something. They're going to need to play more. And this doesn't. Yeah, I messed up here. Unless. Yeah, I messed up here. I should have played it here and then I could have slept, but now I don't really get the value in sleeping. And I can't this costs 3 to play from reserve. I could use this and then paint prison, but that puts me nowhere. So I should have definitely put this here, fought, and then have been able to use the sleep. Okay, and he even wins there. Okay. Oof. That was a big misplay on my part. But I will have a stronger Hydrocana next turn. And so I can paint prison for 3 and then sleep, so I get 3 removals next turn. 3, 2, 2, so that's 7 mana, and I'll have 9. So let's get rid of this Esmeralda. It's more expensive. This can be used as cost reduction. Okay, so definitely not playing this Hydrocana this turn, but we have Paint Prison, whatever else we get from Resupply. My opponent doesn't get this turn because it's at noon effect. And then I have the 2 mana here to play a body in this lane. And I can Paint Prison, discard this to put something on top of their deck, and then I get 2 Twinkle Twinkles. Okay, so let's play this spell, play Paint Prison for 3. We're going to discard this, confirm. We're going to put that on the top of the deck. And then we're going to play this. And then we're going to win. Nice. That was close.